Hello, LIC. It is a privilege to share with you a message of encouragement about God's divine attribute and nature and what that means to us. The first attribute of God's divine nature I want to encourage you with is His name, Jehovah Jireh, the Lord our provider, from Genesis chapter 22, verse 9 to 14. The context of these verses is the story of Abraham when God asked him to sacrifice his only son, Isaac. God provided a ram as a substitute for Isaac, and Abraham called the name of the place, "The Lord would provide." Some of us have lost our jobs, businesses, and other forms of livelihood as a result of this global pandemic. I want to assure you that we serve a true and living God who is the greatest provider and is able to provide all our needs despite the difficult situation in which we find ourselves. Firstly, He has given us the treasure of heaven, Jesus Christ. Without Christ, we have no hope, but if we have Christ, we have all things. In addition, He has given us life and provided protection for our families. As long as we have Christ and life, we have hope for tomorrow. The second attribute of God I want to encourage you with is His name, Jehovah Shalom, which means the God of peace. It is easy for some of us to be paranoid, especially when we have been to places where social distancing protocols have not been properly observed. We become afraid and suspicious of any little changes we experience in our body. I want you to know that we serve the God of peace, Jehovah Shalom. In John chapter 14, verse 27, Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid." Again in Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3 and 4, the Bible tells us of God's perfect peace. And He says, "You keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you." Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord God is an everlasting rock. Beloved, I don't know the circumstances in which you find yourself and how your faith has been challenged in these times. But I want you to keep hope alive. Let us hold firmly to our faith, trusting the Lord who has assured us in His word and has never failed in His promises. Let us hold firmly to Jesus Christ and journey together in these trying times. And I believe that God Himself would give us strength to triumph. God richly bless you.
We are free. Death is defeated and we have no guilt. Glory to our Redeemer, who has paid the price.